The haunting hour is at hand. Ghostly haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. Orbs rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Raw Side. I'm glad you could all join us. We have a wonderful guest this evening, and I'm hoping that everybody will have their chance to ask their questions and get to know a little bit more about Helena. She is from Hauntingly Beautiful Adventures, and she also has many other talents. And I want you all to put your hands together and welcome Miss Helena. Hi, Helena. How are you?
Oops, sorry, I muted myself.
That's
Hi.
all right. Don't take your voice away. We kind of need that.
Yes.
I want to say hello to everybody. Hi, Rob. Hi, Shazza. Love it. Shazza. And then we have Michael. And who else do we have hiding in the corners here? I want to get everybody. Parasolo, welcome. Welcome. Everybody hopefully will be popping in and, just joining in. I want everybody to kick back and enjoy the show. And like I said, to ask your questions as we go along. And Miss Helena, how are you doing? That's the first question we're going to ask you.
Well, I am doing great. It's been very busy a couple of months, and we had to push this live stream once and everything,
Yeah.
but I'm finally here. But yeah, everything is starting to cool down in my life, basically. I just moved into a new apartment and all that, but I'm doing
All
great.
settled in and it's all good to go now, right?
Yes.
Great. Hi, Faith. Welcome. Yeah, that's wonderful. I know it's terrible when you got to move. I hate moving. That's why I bought a house.
Yeah. And
Well,
this was
there's
like
the
very
hubby.
quick
Hi,
too.
Matt.
Oh, there he is. Hi, babe.
He popped in to give support. Oh, wonderful. Next time you're on the stage as well, Mr. Matt. Hi, Philip. Welcome, everybody. Excuse me. I'm starting already. My goodness. Okay, now everybody knows what we all do, on Facebook and on YouTube and, our hobby, if you want to call it that. But first of all, what I want to know is we all want to know Helena. We know Helena is an investigator and all of those wonderful things, but we don't know much about Helena herself, the person.
Yeah.
So if you want to share a little bit about who you are and what you're about, that would be great.
Well, I am Helena and I am from Finland and I am a paranormal investigator, but I am also very interested in true crime. So I also have another channel for true crime called Hellbent with one L. And I have two cats. I like everything spooky and creepy and dark, but I also have a cute side. I don't know what else to say.
Do that's good. That's good. Do you have a full-time job, or is YouTube your full-time
Uh, right
work?
now, I'm not working. I have issues with my health, my spine. There is some serious issues. So we're trying to figure that out. But most likely, I'm going to need to start looking something less physical where I can sit down. But I've been basically just trying to focus my time and energy into, surviving with the pain every day.
How you feel?
But
So yeah, and it's not fun. They don't make it easy. It's very difficult to deal with any kind of disability system because
mhm.
they don't care about you. They just want you to go back out and work. That's all they
Yeah. Yeah. And they're
want.
like, you're young. And it's like, well, if your spine is all crooked and weird and pressing on a nerve, then if you ever had nerve pain, it's not fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you're in everybody's prayers, and hopefully things will work out. I mean, we don't wish anybody to have to be disabled, but I mean, if it is what it is, then you'll just deal with it that way. And I know I'm in your shoes as well. So it's a hard ride, but if you truly aren't feeling well, then you just have to deal with it and make every day
Yeah.
count.
It just really sucks because I hate being at home. It feels like walls are, closing in. And because I always been like a workaholic, if that's how you say
Right?
it. I
Right.
Since I was 16, I was always working, and it just feels weird not to have that, you know.
You're gonna find other outlets. So just get outside more,
Editing is
do
one thing, but
yeah.
I still haven't got into editing. I had a little break, so I need to be in the right mindset to start producing new content to my
It
channels.
was
And I have two channels, so there's a lot of pressure.
a lot of work. I know it's terrible. And the thing is, the beauty of it though is you have an editing master that you live with. So he can
Well,
I
I
am
don't live with Matt yet, but in
Hi
the
Joe, welcome.
future.
Yeah, I just editing, I suck at it. So I just pretty much figure I'm just gonna put it together and throw it out there until I figure it all out. Oh my
Yeah, editing
goodness.
is when you find that your own thing and keep trying. And not everyone has to be like super amazing at it. Like just do how you like it and what you're comfortable with. That's how I
Right.
started, and you just grow, you know?
Yeah, that's all I have to. Well, see, you got to dedicate time to it too. And between me
Yeah,
doing this
it's
and all
very
the other
time
projects I've
consuming.
got going, I tinker with it a little bit and I say, oh, screw this, and I go on to something else. So it's I'm just going to have to depend on friends of mine to help me out with it because otherwise it just crash and burn. It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've gotten, what is it like to live in Finland? That's a question I want to ask you.
Hmm. Well, Finland is it's a very small country. And I don't know, it's more quiet here, I feel like. Well, okay, it depends where in America, for example. Like Midwest is very similar to Finland. Like it feels like home in a way. So I don't
Okay,
know. Like Indiana, it's a lot like Finland, I'd say. Or
really?
Ohio or something like that. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't even have thought that.
Yeah. The weather is pretty much the same. Winters are cold, we get a lot of snow, and summers are humid and hot.
Yeah, that's what we had this year. It was horrible.
Mm.
Every day over 90, high humidity. You couldn't really do much. It was just terrible. So thank God it's starting to cool down. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right. Now, the general question is everybody wants to know, how did Helena get into the paranormal? Did you have your own uh, experience that brought you to this field? Or is it something that you just said, hey, that's pretty cool. Let me jump into it?
So I always been a believer in some way, and I lived in a house that I believed that was haunted by something more negative. Um, but I never really got into paranormal until I started following some paranormal investigators on YouTube. And actually, before Sam and Colby were like paranormal, they were more like explorers, and they kind of like mixed the paranormal in it, like, you know. Um, I actually started watching their content. I know what some people are like, what? You watched Sam and Colby? Well, yes, I did.
Yeah, we've
It
all
was
been down
very
that road.
fun.
Yep.
It was fun and innocent. They were just exploring, it was cool. So I was like, hey, I want to do that. And I started to get more into it. And there, I found more and more channels. And I don't know, it felt like my thing. Like I found my calling because I didn't know what I want to do. I didn't know, yeah, I didn't have a place I belong. I felt like outsider in like everywhere. So somehow paranormal just clicked right away. And I was like, yes, this is what I meant to do. And I haven't looked back since. Like, obviously, like
Fantastic.
true crime and stuff, that came along and now it walks hand in hand with paranormal. But yeah.
That's
And
fantastic. So, but the experience you had as a child, did it? How did that affect you? Did you tell anybody about it, or did you keep it to yourself?
so it was mostly when I was like preteen or like, oh yeah, my teenage years. We were living in this like older house, and I started seeing like a lot of nightmares, and I didn't feel safe in my bedroom, which was like upstairs. And my mom knew about it, and she was always, because she knew I was very sensitive child. I always been really sensitive, so she was trying to protect me and telling me it's okay, it's just all in your head, it was just a bad dream, da da da. She was just trying to protect me, I guess. But yeah, it was very, like, I loved living in that house, but that one room was just, it was awful. I actually physically hurt myself while like running. So I was seeing nightmares and night terrors, and my mom would have to start locking the door so I don't like run to the staircase, because I would
Right.
actually come down the spiral staircase, and be like downstairs holding my back, like, oh my God, like what happened? And it was bad. It was so bad. So I started sleeping downstairs. We had another bedroom downstairs. So the nightmares almost stopped instantly after I moved downstairs, like
Oh,
my room. So later I talked with my mom. She started telling, like, okay, she had also paranormal experiences, not just in that house, but like before. And she believes in that stuff, but she didn't want to scare me. And then I talked to my sister about it, and my sister was like, yeah, my sister is a lot older than me. She was 15 when I was born. So she told me, because that was our grandparents house. So she was like, yeah, when she was a kid, she used to see nightmares in that same bedroom also, and she hated it. She hated that room. So I think I wasn't crazy. It was real. I still
right,
don't know what
right.
it is. That we don't have the house anymore. We sold it. So yeah.
And you never did any kind of history on the home to find out what was
No,
going on there? Or...
no. I know that one couple, like older couple, owned it. They had it like when it was brand new, and then they sold it to my grandparents. And in our knowledge, like no one died there.
Hmm, well, that's
But why
pretty
was that
interesting.
one room? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. That's something I think I would want to dig into. Just
Me too.
now that you're
I
in the
want to.
field, dig into the history
I
of
want
it.
to go
Just
back there. I want to be like, hey, I know this might sound weird, but have I had any like weird experiences here, like living here? Oh my god, seeing their faces, like,
I know. Well, yeah, that's they'll look at
um,
the look we always get when we tell everybody what we do. They look at us like we're all nuts. So we should be used to it.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe I won't just like go there and knock on that door. That would be weird. So
So
I
it's
don't
great.
know.
You mentioned how your family, because I was going to ask you, how do your family and your friends react to what you're doing? Is it a welcome reaction, or do you get the look like, what are you nuts? Why would you waste your time?
um. Well, my mom, she was like, "Wow, like you into this because you're like so sensitive. You're always being so extremely sensitive for stuff, and you see nightmares so easily." Like she was surprised, like why you put yourself in these situations. Like she was worried for me. Like what if my night terrors get worse and stuff like that. Like now I'm doing that, all this like scary stuff. And
Right.
I told her that my nightmares have gradually, well, obviously they haven't stopped completely, but I'm not, because I used to be afraid of like stupid things, like being home alone in the dark. I'm not afraid of that anymore. I'm in the dark right now and I'm fine.
Right.
So a lot of stuff like that has changed for me. Like, I'm not that scared anymore. And she's like, okay, as long as you're okay with that, then she's okay with that. But she kind of is a little bit like, and my mom is older. She's 74,
Yeah.
74 years old. So she's a little bit like, okay, why is my daughter like this? But she always says like she's used to me being different. So yay,
So,
I
well,
guess.
that's great then. Yeah,
Uh,
they accepted it.
yeah, and
And
my sister, she understands because she also had her experiences. But my friends, they're a little bit like, okay, Helena, what are you doing? One of my friends, she is actually interested in paranormal, but my best friend, she's not, and she's like, okay, Helena, you do you, boo, you do you.
it's right. Don't
She's
take me
not
along.
judging.
You're
She's
right.
just,
Uh,
I'm
Hi,
staying out of it.
Wayne. Hi, Paranormal Monkey Podcast. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. Have you taken actually any of your friends or family with you on an investigation?
Um, no. I did take my nephew and niece with me to explore like this abandoned house. Because they really wanted to go with me, but I don't know if it was haunted or not. We couldn't actually get in, but it used to belong to like a hoarder, so the whole yard was full of just stuff. But yeah, we kind of went on like a little adventure together. But I really would like to take my family and friends. Actually, no, I did go with one of my closest friends. I did go with her, the one who is into paranormal.
Right.
Yeah, I did go with her. But like when it comes to family, I did take my niece and nephew. They're um my niece is like she's 13 and my nephew is 16. So
And what did they think of that experience?
they liked it and they want to go again, and they want to go for like an actual investigation because we still haven't got like chance to do that.
Right.
But I showed them like how all the equipment works. So yeah, I would like to teach them. We
So,
always with my husband, we also talk about like, when we have kids, that would be so nice to be that paranormal family and take the kids also for investigations and stuff. Obviously, you have to be careful and kind of what kind of locations you take them to and what kind of
right.
spirits and everything. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, teaching my nephew and niece, that's good practice, I guess.
Your investigators get them started out young and
Yeah, teach them like this is how you do it correctly. Well, correctly, yeah, like I know how to do it correctly, but you
well,
know,
you know what you know, so you're passing that along, and then they could learn,
yeah,
like I said, from Matt, and then all the other people in the community if they watch any of the other channels. That's that's part of why I do what I do, so that we can get all of that information out to everybody who's new to the field, and hopefully get them away from all of the fakers. Because I
Yeah.
mean, that's just a big no-no, and don't want anybody to fall into that. And it's
Yes,
so important
exactly.
that we educate everybody in the right direction and the right way to do things. I mean, if there is a right way to do things, I'm more or less saying the honest way of doing things. Because it's terrible. It's terrible out there.
It is. Yeah, there's
Um,
so many fakers right now, and yeah.
oh, your husband. Okay, I'm back. I had to do Marine Corps stuff. Damn it.
Damn it.
And while we have you on here, Matt, I would like to thank you on behalf of myself and my family, because we are a military family as well, for your service and your dedication to protect your country and the people who live here. We thank you a great deal. I know it's very difficult to be in the military. It's just my father was in during the time of the Vietnam War, so it's
Wow.
yeah, so it's scary. You never know what's going to happen, and we have to give our military people 100% support, because they deserve it. They give up so much for all of us. So it's we thank you a great deal. So that's why I'm hoping next time that when he's not on a military run, we can pick his brain. That's what I like to say. Pick everybody's brain. Have you ever been on an investigation that has pretty much been so scary that you don't want to go back, and explain why?
Um, so there is this one location in Finland. So it's like this abandoned house. That's actually where I started. And we call it the Demon House. Allegedly, it has 3 demons in it, and I don't know if that is true or not, but it is intelligent, and it makes me feel really uncomfortable. And I don't know how to describe it. It's like this feeling in my gut that I don't want to step in that house. Like, especially this one room. Like, I want to go back, but the house is in so bad shape, it's starting to collapse. Like, that part of the house that has that room that I hate, it's like blocked off. Like, I can't get in there anymore.
Right,
So I think it's time to say goodbye to that place. But it has always bothered me because I don't really know what's going on there, but I don't like it at all.
you don't like it at all. So, I mean, how does it physically make you feel when you're in there?
It's like I want to run, but I can't. Like, I freeze. That's how I usually react in like scary situations. Like, other people, they run, but I freeze. So it's like, basically, I feel like I'm in danger, and nothing has to happen. Like, nothing is going on. It's just calm and chill, but I just have this feeling that I need to run, but I'm like glued to the floor. Like, I can't
Right,
move. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like inside, just fear. It's pure fear, what I feel in there. So I have
okay,
no clue. It used to
right,
be like how they call, like, lumberjacks, like some like Russia lumberjacks. Like, they used to work like in the woods, and cut the trees and stuff. And that's the only thing that I really know about that house. And then I know, like, the owners, like the previous owners, their names, but that's all I know.
right,
It's still a mystery,
um,
and it kind of bothers
right.
me because I want to know why is it, and why they keep saying it's demon. Maybe because of that, it is scary and it's intelligent, but I don't know if it's just a very intelligent and angry spirit in there.
Yeah, true, very true.
But there was
How
some cow teeth and candles and pentagrams found. So I don't know if
uh-huh,
it
well,
has
that could
anything
explain
to
a
do
lot.
any rituals,
Yeah.
but
Yes, it always kills me. Every time there's an empty space, Somebody's got to go in there and do some kind of craziness.
Yeah.
And then they open up things they just shouldn't have done or shouldn't do. Hi, Giselle. Welcome. Um, as far as as far as that goes, like you said, you don't know much about it, but how is what is your feeling about research and working on? Sounds like home, babe, that your husband wants to move in. No. What is your thoughts on research for any kind of investigation? Do you find it very, very important, or we do a little bit and it's enough?
For me, research is well, most important part is the investigating part, but like I think it's like close second that walks hand in hand with the investigation itself, the research. You know how to ask the right questions, and you just know what is true and what is not, and it just makes the whole investigation and video and everything just so much better, and you're doing it for the right reasons, you know, because
Right,
a lot of people go to these places and there's just stories, and then they just start asking questions and assuming like, oh, there's something evil here, show yourself, demon. And I'm like, oh god. And I have to admit that I have done that myself. Like I just believe everything I hear and I go there, or I go to a location and I don't know anything. I kind of sometimes I like to go to a location, kind of open mind, and see what's up. But then when I hear one thing and one thing, then it's kind of like, oh, well, is that the truth then? And it's very hard to ask the right questions. So,
right. Well,
like
I
one
don't
of
think
these
there's just
locations,
right. I
yeah,
don't
one
think
of
it's
these
just a right
locations,
question. It's just whatever you think is going to get you the
yeah.
answers you want.
Well, Mackie Mansion is a good example. So I went in there. I didn't know much anything. Matt has been there before, and the all the information we had was everything he knew. But after like doing research, I did so much research for the video. That's why it takes so long, guys. There's so much. It's oh my god, it's kind of confusing for me too, because there's so many things I want to mention. But a lot of the things that we thought we knew, it's actually just stories and it never happened. And now I look back the how I approached the location and the spirits, because I approached it in a mindset that there's something negative that scratches people. But then I really looked into the history. Like, yeah, it is true. People have got scratched there before, and I got scratched there. I mean, I think I did. It still wasn't me. Well, I was like, ow, but like I don't know what hurt me. Anyways, the video is not out yet, but
Right.
ADHD. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I was disrespectful. I was very polite, but I still have regrets because I kind of read into the family, the Mackeys, how Mr. Mackey was actually absolutely wonderful person. I didn't know that. I just thought he's an angry man, you know. So I kind of want to go back there and with a different mindset, because now
Right.
I know, like, wow, like you were actually pretty damn nice person when you were living. So respect
So
for that, Mr. Mackey.
there you go. Do you guys have plans on going back soon?
I don't know. We don't have plans, but I really want to. I really want to go back. But yeah, I'm currently working on that video, so it will be out. I'm kind of nervous because I know people will be like, "Hmm, why, you approach the investigation like this?" But that's just, I didn't know enough. But that's how you learn. Like, you know, you just do and notice what doesn't work, and yeah, I just hopefully next time I do it better.
You never know. You might have done it really great. You're just being a little
I
hard on
mean,
yourself. It's
yeah,
not
I
everybody has the
am.
same style. Always do what you feel is correct. And I think people will enjoy it for what it is. You can always watch the same cookie cutter style from anywhere. But you might have a different style that somebody is really enjoying. So you just have to wait and see once you get it out there, and then you'll see what everybody has to say.
Yeah.
What your husband's got here? They
Um.
Mrs. Mackey was the bad one. Oh,
Okay. First of all, everything I read about the family, why would she be the bad one? I don't get it.
huh.
It doesn't
I
make
don't know.
sense. Why would she be angry spirit? And why would she haunt the Mackey mansion? Because none of them died there. Like, of course, I understand you don't have to die in a building to haunt the building, but just somehow, like, why would she be angry? And why? I don't know. There's just so many questions. I don't know. Like the thing scratching people. I don't know. Is it any of the Mackey family, or is just something else?
Yeah, it could be something else. Good. That's
Yeah.
a good way to look at it. Hi, Carla. Welcome. Hi, Rob. How's it going? Glad you guys could join us. Yeah, that's very interesting because I don't know much about the Mackey Mansion. Only for what I've seen, what you guys have done, Matt and all of them have done. And it's definitely an interesting property. So
Oh, it is. I love it.
hopefully
It
you
has
guys
a
will be
lot
able
of.
to get back in there.
I want to go back.
You were saying there was a lot of what?
Um, like the history. You just the whole city or town or whatever, Virginia City. That it's just absolutely gorgeous, and you can just feel the old, like the history. You can just almost picture the people walking on the streets, and yeah,
That's
it
pretty
is
neat.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a great experience for sure. So it was not based on facts. It was by a medium. Okay.
Hmm.
That's what Matt was saying. It was I got not my tongue tonight, guys. It was not based on facts. It was by a medium. So
Hmm.
apparently
Okay.
she's the one that was saying that the woman was not so
Oh,
friendly.
that's right. Yeah, I remember now. Matt said something like it was a medium who said that. And okay, I don't want to give too much spoilers because the video isn't out yet. But yeah, we did get some answers when I asked who was it who
Right?
scratched me. I don't know. You'll see when the video is out. I'm just gonna.
So yeah, don't give out too much, get in trouble. Don't want to get in trouble. Giselle, yes, I think Karen has been there. I don't know if it was a couple times or not, but yeah, she also says that it is a great place to go and visit.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and if you're talking about Doof Doof Paranormal,
yes, yeah,
yeah, she has done so much research, and she's gonna help me with my video also,
wonderful.
because yeah, I did my research. I did so much. There's so much like things that I want to mention. That's why it's going to be in 3 different episodes, because I can't fit everything in one. Otherwise, it's going to be too long. So each
Right.
episode is going to have investigation. So beginning of the investigation, middle of the investigation, and end of the investigation. And every episode is going to also have a different parts of the story, the history. And I'm trying to kind of uh, put it like the stories, the crazy ones, the everything that everyone knows, and then the actual history, like, okay, this is what actually happened. And then in the very last episode we kind of like go through everything, like, okay, like what could be causing the haunting, and is
Right.
any of these stories that people are telling, is there anything true to that, or it's just all lies? So yeah, it's a
Right.
bigger production, so I've never done anything like this, so a little nervous, but yeah. Sorry, I keep
uh,
talking.
no, that's why you're here, to talk and let us all know what's going on. And actually, I think that's a great idea if you started out as folklore, and then your investigation where you find out what is fact and what is not, and then end it off with just basic fact and what you find,
Hmm.
which is just fantastic. Welcome, Florna.
Hi,
Glad
Florna.
you could join us.
And hi
But yeah,
everyone in
I
chat.
think it's a great setup. It's so we'll have to look forward to all of those.
Mhm.
Excuse me. And of course, we all know that you are married to the wonderful Mr. Matt Benton of
Yeah.
Devil's Hour Productions, a very busy gentleman. And what is it like to be married to Matt? Sorry, Matt, we're putting it out there.
It is so horrible. I'm kidding. Oh
Oh,
my
it's
god.
bad. It's bad. She's letting out the
No.
secrets.
Um, it
As they would
is
say, give us the skinny
amazing.
on what's going with Matt. What's it
The
like being married to
tea.
Matt
What's the
Benton?
tea?
Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Yeah, it is really amazing to be married to someone who does the same things, like also is into paranormal, but he's not only a paranormal investigator, he's also um like he amazing with like cameras, production, editing, like just everything, like the whole package. And I want to like learn from him. And it's just, I don't know, I just look at him sometimes, I'm like, how did I get so lucky, you know?
Oh, how nice is that?
Yeah. It's not
Well, you
just
fit
like the
together well.
paranormal, but everything. Like
Right.
we just like a perfect match, you
You
know?
just fit together very well. What's it like
Yeah.
doing an investigation with Mr. Benton?
So
Is
we
it a friendly
are,
experience?
yes, so we are
Good.
completely different when it comes to like how we approach, like both of us, we do want real evidence. We don't fake anything and we're scientific. But for me, I feel like I like the more lighthearted approach, and I like to use apps sometimes. I'm not saying the apps are 100%, I mean, they're not 100%
Right.
proof
All
of
an
paranormal.
experiment.
I know that. It's just
Right.
experiment. It's for fun. I just like to have it there. So Matt is like against that, but we make it work. And I am not against the way he investigates. He like, I actually appreciate that. It's just, it's very serious, you know? And when we work on the documentaries and everything, of course I love that. Like, okay, this is serious business, you know? But when it comes to my own videos, I like to keep humor there. I want it to be like easy to watch and funny and goofy and not so serious. So yeah, our episodes are kind of like
So
different
it's
when it
kind of like
comes
a
to that.
blend of it too when you guys are on an
Yeah.
investigation.
Yeah, because I like, even though yes, I like the scientific parts, and I like, you know, getting real evidence, and I also debunk a lot of my own stuff. I'm like,
Right.
could it be this? You know, I always try to find natural explanation for everything. But it's just like, yeah, we're kind of like different. Like he's super serious. He don't get scared easily. I get spooked kind of easily sometimes. So yeah. So it's kind of like a how you say, party pooper. Sometimes I'm like, oh come on, play along. You know, if I have like a spirit talker and I respond to the spirit talker, it's
Right.
like chair. I'm like, chair. Here's a chair. Do you want to sit down? And then Matt is like, ah, it's just random words. I'm like, excuse me, I'm having a conversation with the spirit. Maybe they want to sit down.
Here you go. See, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, I know it's not real paranormal evidence. It's just something I like to do. Keep it
So,
light.
and it does. You like it leaves
Yeah.
that little lightheartedness in the investigation because it
Hmm.
can become very serious, and you're there for hours, and
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes,
You get tired.
yeah,
I just start being like goofy. I'm like, hey, let's just get Spirit Talker out. Let's see what happens. Because nothing has happened. So usually that's like the last resort. It's like, okay, there's nothing else going on. Let's just whip the Spirit Talker out and see what we get, you know?
right. I think we all do it. So it's because I've done it too. If I go somewhere and I'll just say, okay, let me turn this on and see what it spits out, and
Yeah.
it's
But
usually
obviously,
like I said, crap, but it's
but it has been spot on so many times. It's creepy.
yes,
Especially
yes,
one time at Hinsdale House. I don't know how to describe it. Just watch my video. It's crazy. Like, it's just like the flashlights and Spirit Talker. everything is just in sync. Like it just answers
Right.
right away.
So what you were asking, it was working.
Yeah. And then it did lead us. I don't even know, is it like secret anymore? I think it's like already out because a lot of people have talked about it, like hints their house, what's
Right.
like in the backyard. I'm just not gonna say too much, but yeah, it kind of led us to the backyard, to that thing, you know.
Okay.
So
So
I
yeah, like
don't
I'm
know.
saying, I agree. I always tell everybody, you don't put 100% faith in those things. But I also, you don't want to close the door. You want to keep that door open
Yeah,
because you
I
never
am
know that you
skeptical,
might,
but I'm not too skeptical.
right. You
I
might never,
still
you never
think.
know when something might show up and something might happen that's just like out of the blue. And you'll be like, what the heck was that? And I've had that happen. So that's why I keep turning it on. You never know what it might spit out at that specific
Exactly.
location. Let's see. Jeff says I've been using Spirit Talker in one specific way. I write down 3 words, and those are the only 3 words I will accept, and I don't say them. Yes, I did hear you say that, Jeff. So that is a great test of the
Oh,
machine.
that's interesting.
I'm just hoping eventually, with the technology that we have, that somebody will come out with stuff that we actually can get something that we can actually say, oh, this is real. That
Yeah,
would be just fabulous. I mean, I know it's probably pipe dreams, but it would be great
yeah.
if they could work on that kind of technology. Hi, B squared. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, that's and of course, she said it's not difficult working with Matt. I mean, because Matt can be very serious. I've watched a lot of his stuff. I've seen how he works. So he is very serious. I get it.
Yeah,
Is there any
but
times where Matt just lets loose and
oh yeah, especially with me,
all
you know,
right,
we're goofy and weird, especially when we get tired. There's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, like for members. I posted from Old Washoe Club. I left some
right?
funny stuff also in the actual investigation video, but then like because there was a lot of us just being weird, so I left those in the members only extra. So
I blossom. Your husband says he has ideas for that, just waiting for the future. Yeah, well,
ooh,
that's what I'm thinking, hoping somebody would come up with something. I mean, because if we've all done our research, and I have as well, on
Matt
how
actually
these things are
has
created,
2 apps, paranormal apps.
that he is produced, or is it
Yeah,
still in? They're
there's
still working on
Solomon
them,
and what was the other one? This is my new phone. It doesn't have that for some reason. Bob, what were your apps? Solomon was one, but what was the other one?
and have you used them on investigations? And how did
I
it work
actually I
out?
haven't. I need to.
Oh,
And there is
oh,
Lord's Prayer backwards, and it sounds so scary and demonic. But the like one of these apps has that.
huh.
Um so it's pretty scary. I kind of want to like play it on an investigation and see if oh yeah, Scientia, is that how you say it? ITC.
ITC. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
those
Rob.
two.
Big difference. Never call a Marine Army.
Mm-hmm.
That's a no-no.
No, no.
My goodness. All right, so, but have you got all right? So, has Matt ever used any of this just yet, or
I don't know. Not with me.
not with you? Okay. So
But
maybe
I
that's
think in
something we'll
his
look
own
forward to
stuff.
on your next adventure.
Yeah. I want to really test this out and yeah.
Let's see what the scoop is. All right. Can you actually give us a little hint on what the plans are for your next adventure?
There is not any plans right now. I know that we are going to the Warrens Paracon. I forgot the actual name, but it's in Gettysburg, in September 27th till wait, it was like September 27th till September 29th. So it's like 3-day event. And me
Nice.
and Matt will be on stage talking about his next film, Evil on
Wonderful.
Earth. Yeah, and there's a lot of paranormal celebrities and just I don't know. I'm like fangirling a little bit, and I'm also meeting so many people from our community. So many online friends are coming to the event, so I'm so
I
excited for
did
that.
see the advertisement. You guys look like you're going to have a ball.
Yeah, so it's also Gettysburg. I always wanted to go because I heard that it's really haunted. There's so much history there. So I don't know if we go to like some cemetery or whatever while we're there, but we don't have like anything booked, like any
Right.
investigations. But our friend exploring Harley, I think he has something planned, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because
But
he just came back. Actually, I'm going to have him on to talk about that adventure. So hopefully
yeah,
we'll be able to catch that. I love Harley. Or Jeff, I should say.
Jeff. Oh my gosh,
He's
he's
such a
such
pleasant
amazing.
man. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I have worked with him a couple times. So we were in the Queen Mary for 2
oh
nights
great, right?
and the Patterson house. We also investigated there together with Jeff.
And what did you think of his investigating style?
His investigating style is so close to mine. Like we are very similar when it comes to, investigating. He's just more vocal and like more entertaining with his reactions. It's like something
Eh,
happens, like whoa, and I'm like,
right,
that gives me energy. I'm like, I get energized. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Matt is just in the corner, like
with the film, yeah, yeah.
holding a camera.
So so serious, so serious.
I love
It's
you, babe.
brains for you, so serious.
Oh, yeah. No, I love
Yes, we're
that
just.
about him.
But I've seen him just let loose and laugh as well on a lot of live
Yeah,
programming.
he
So it's
does.
great that he's got a good
He's
sense of
silly.
humor.
He is
But
silly. His weird matches my weird, and that's
you
pretty
know,
weird.
that's pretty weird, huh?
I never met anyone whose weird matches my weird like that. So, yeah.
Okay, Blossom has a question. Have any paranormal experience there? Where? Oh, on the Queen Mary. Is that what you're talking about, Blossom? I think she wants to know if
Uh,
you had any experiences there.
Queen Mary. Um, yes. It was very quiet. I've been there 3 nights in total. Um, and it is very hard to know what is paranormal and what is not because there is other people walking around and the ship moves and making sounds. So there is like couple things that happened and now it's just can't really debunk it like was it actually something or not, but we did get some REM pod activity. We did get like some EVPs and whispers and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely it is haunted. It's just very hard to investigate unless you can get the whole ship to yourself, but obviously we can't afford that. So
But yeah, like you said, it's just the ship itself has its own set of sounds.
it does.
So that
Yeah,
makes it, and especially being on the water, I think that would make it very difficult.
it is extremely difficult. So you can't really trust any sounds you hear because you don't know if it's the ship or another person, you know.
What did you think you might have caught being on the Queen Mary?
um for sure we caught like a whisper. Matt actually caught that on his audio. It was actually during the tour. I don't know if he still has that footage somewhere because I would love to like look back and hear that whisper he got
Mhm.
because yeah, because he heard it with his own ears. We had a knock. We were actually sitting at the uh, uh, B340. Oh my gosh, it took me a second. So we were sitting like on the hallway, like behind the door. So that's like the most haunted room You know, we couldn't go in, but we were like outside of it, and we just heard this loud knocking, like from like the hallway, because we were kind of like in a part where you can't see anything. So we got up, and we didn't see anyone anywhere. And maybe they ran away, but we didn't even hear footsteps. So that was weird. But yeah, some rampart activity for sure, and uh some weird stuff. I haven't really gone through all of the footage yet, so I don't know what we actually caught because I haven't edited that what we got with Jeff. The investigation that I did with Matt, that's already out and edited, and it didn't have much. It was just that weird knock, and it was just more just the history, and I don't know.
Yeah, just the general experience. Yeah, Matt
Yeah.
said that it wasn't clear enough. So are you meaning the whisper, Matt? It wasn't clear enough. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, because he heard it clearly, but I think it didn't. It wasn't like clear on the audio.
right. See, that's the thing. You know, you can. I've had that experience where I've had it directly in my ear, but it isn't picked up anywhere else. So it's
Oh, okay, that just gave me chills because I that reminded me Hinsdale House again. Um, we heard with our own ears like this clear, hey, female voice,
yeah,
and like, oh my god. And I was recording, and we did have a voice recorder recording too, and it was captured on both the voice recorder and my phone. I was filming with my phone at the time. It was caught on both, and it was clear as day, hey, like a female voice.
yeah.
So that just gave me chills because I literally, it was in my ear when I heard it, and there were no females in the room other than me, so I'm not whispering in my own ear.
So, well, yeah, that's what it is. Well, she was, trying to communicate with you directly. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, it is Blossom. It is unnerving a little because you could be just, going down the hall and then all of a sudden you got somebody talking in your ear and you're like, what the hell was that? And it was
Oh, yeah. And one time I bumped into a spirit. I was like, oh, sorry. Because I literally, I saw like a dark, like something dark right in front of me when I turned around. That was a Randolph County Infirmary. That was in the basement where there's the long, long hallway. And yeah, I turned around, and I literally thought it was like I bumped into someone. I'm like, oh my God, so sorry. I opened my eyes. There's no one there. And I'm like,
wow, now that's
what?
really amazing.
Yeah, that was scary. That kind of like scared me a little bit. And I tried to tell the others, but I don't think they heard me. So I just kept it to myself. I was like,
Now, most of the time when you or actually in the beginning, and most of the time, have you done most investigations by yourself, or were you a part of another team at one point?
I've always been just myself, but I always been like with other people. But my channel has always been just me. So I haven't been like officially part of any team.
Okay,
So I just collab with people.
right. Do you
Yeah.
prefer it that way, or would you like to eventually put together a team?
I want a team. I do. I really do. It's just very hard uh because of the location and everything, going back and forth, like Finland and then California, Midwest, so who can come and go and where. And it's
Right.
right now, it's yeah, and I don't know anyone who would you know want to
Who
be
would sign
on my
up for it,
team.
right?
But
Um,
I do want a team for sure. Like, yeah, like being just me alone, it's kind of I want to have a
well,
team.
then you do what you got to do. As long as you got somebody to go. You don't ever go alone. Just always have
Yeah.
somebody with you. But now you touch base on equipment. How how do you feel about using equipment? And there's everybody has an opinion. Some love it, some hate it, some are on the fence. How important do you think the equipment is to an investigation?
So if you're talking about like paranormal equipment, um, Well, one thing is very important is cameras and multiple camera angles. So that's like what I've been learning too and trying to figure everything out. So you capture everything on uh, as many possible points of view as possible, so you can debunk if there's something to debunk. But I do like very basic equipment. For example, voice recorder. I like cat balls. I know not a lot of people like cat balls. I like them. Uh, and yeah, that's pretty much it that I really like is cat balls and voice recorder. Very basic stuff. They're easy to get. They're not that expensive. Um, REM pods are cool. K2 meter, I have one. It's impossible to make go off. I had made my K2 go off once, and it was the house I mentioned in the very beginning, the demon house.
Right?
It reacted there, and it's abandoned house. It's been abandoned since the 90s. So there's no electricity, there's no power. So I don't know, but yeah, that's literally the only location my K2 has reacted in. So I really don't use it because it never does anything. But I am open for equipment. There's just like so many and they're so expensive and I feel like they're kind of crap.
Well, there you go. Honest. That's the way to go. Honest.
Like what was it called? Envoy was one of them. Uh wait. Sorry, I'm googling
That's all right.
because there is so many and there I don't know. Something I really want actually is how you call that in English? Oh, spirit box, by the way.
The
Spirit box.
spirit
I forgot
box.
to
Okay.
mention spirit box. I love spirit boxes, but that's not what I was talking about. Uh why is it showing me results in Finnish? I don't know how to translate that. Oh no. Oh, music box. I really like music box.
Right. I've
Especially the
noticed a lot more
coffin
people have
shaped
been
one.
using those.
I really like them, but I think they're well, I don't know if they're easy to make go off by like accident because um we have tested like lights, like flashlights and everything. They don't make them go off, so I don't know. How you call the camera like the heat? Like it shows like the heat.
Oh, the thermal cameras.
Thermal
Is that what you're
camera.
thermal
Yes.
cameras? Yep.
Yeah, that's something I really want. I just can't afford it. And a music box. I
That's
don't have
what it
many.
is.
I don't have much equipment.
I
I
don't,
just
honey. I don't either. Don't feel bad.
yeah.
I
There's a
have
lot
all
of
the
things
basic
I
stuff.
want. My birthday is
And
coming up. Wink,
there
wink.
you go.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
See, your husband's with us. Thermal camera. Yeah. See, the equipment is expensive. I think it's
It is.
outrageously priced. So
It
if you
is.
do find somebody where they can donate it, or even if your community can help donations to help get things that you could use that you'd like to use, that would be
Yeah.
great. But again, like I said, it's hit or miss with a lot of people.
It is. And I don't know, like I don't think there is completely 100% like like any equipment is like, oh, that's 100% paranormal. Like there's always a chance it's nothing. So
Right.
but like EVPs are easier to debunk because you can go back the footage, the audio. If you have multiple like audio, like microphones, cameras, recorders, so you can kind
Right.
of cross reference and kind of like, there's more, uh, it's more trustworthy, in my opinion than just like some equipment just putting like a smiley face like, oh, are you feeling sad or happy now? I forgot which equipment that was that does that, or gives you like letters, and it's kind of like, but is it though?
Right. Right. So it's
Mm,
yeah, it's
yeah.
I think, like I said, everybody has their opinions on it. See, they're all talking about the thermal cameras, and they are really cool. Um, yeah, if you can afford to get one, that's hey, bravo. But until then, like, yeah, you gotta just rely. You rely mostly just on your own senses, and feelings
Mhm.
when you're doing an investigation?
Yeah, I personally, because I know, like, I am sensitive, uh, and I know that's also something I could use in my investigations. Also, the sensitivity, and being an empath. So
Right. If Sky Talker says, well, do you feel with your gut? Yeah,
yes,
that's
like, I don't think Sky was here earlier, but like the demon house, like it's just a gut feeling. It's a fear. It's like in my body and in my head at the same time, and it's just paralyzing fear that I
right.
just feel, and I just know something is wrong. And sometimes I have guessed just like a little detail correctly. I'm like, I feel like this is a woman. All right, I feel like this is a child. And oftentimes I've been right, that I
So
picked
yeah,
up on something. So
always trust your feelings.
yeah, I still have a lot
Um,
to learn, but and like how to
we
open up.
let's see, your husband's given us a lesson on equipment.
Oh my.
Those are all the things you can buy and apply for. I like these pieces of equipment. So there's some recommendations, guys, on some good equipment
Yeah,
from Matt the
EDI.
man himself. Yeah, it's I mean, pretty if you have to have it, then that's what why not? That's what you go get. Of course,
Yeah.
everybody has their own preferences. But
Of course, and there's no right and wrong way, in my
right,
opinion. Like,
right.
I hate when people attack someone for using certain type of equipment. It's like, okay, you don't want to use it, let them use it. Like, of course, like educate them. Like, if you have something constructive to say, like, okay, like this device, what you're using is not good because of this and na. But when it goes to like just attacking someone and laughing at them and belittling them for example, like liking and using cat balls.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, a
I
lot of
like
people
cat
hate,
balls,
yeah. And
and
I've
I don't
heard people that
care.
hate them. Oh, then you
Yeah,
go with what you like. That's what's the important part.
exactly.
Rob wants to know if you guys had a themed wedding.
Uh, so we are officially married, but we haven't had our like wedding yet. So we are going to have actual like ceremony. I can't speak.
It's okay.
A wedding ceremony when Matt is out from Marine Corps. So we're gonna have two weddings actually. One bigger one in America and then one smaller one here in Finland. So my family can attend too.
It's
So
wonderful.
we are married, but we want it to be special the day. So that's why we kind of didn't put any like extra effort to the actual day when we got married because we wanted like a big party in the future. So it's going to be haunted, at least the American one.
Wonderful.
It's going to be spooky. So
A spooky wedding. That's going to be
a
fun.
spooky wedding. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Now, if you have a oh, and then Parasol says you could have it in a haunted mansion. That would be
Mm.
awesome.
We have some ideas for sure. Yeah.
So we're all just gonna have to stay tuned
Uh-huh. We
and
take
just wait and
recommendations. We
see.
already have one idea that's kind of like almost decided, but obviously we're still open for ideas. So if you know, any cool locations where to have a wedding in, let us know.
So let them know all about it. Start filling up the emails, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll look all into it. Are your plans actually after everything gets settled down and things are taken care of? Do you plan on moving to the United States permanently, or are you going to just keep coming back and forth?
So for the time being, I have to do this like back and forth thing because my mom, she is sick. She got a stroke, actually two strokes, and she also has other health issues, and she's 74 years old. I can't leave her right now
Right.
because we don't know how much she has time left. She needs a lot of help. So we are just kind of
You're just gonna stay there until
yeah,
mom
it's
doesn't need
hard.
you
It is very
anymore. It is
hard.
hard. Yeah.
Matt, he said to me that his home is where I am. So when he's out from Marine Corps, he will move to Finland for as long as needed. So he's not like forcing me to move to America or anything, or he's not like, oh, there's no way I could live in Finland. He like right away, it was almost like in the very beginning of our relationship, he already mentioned it. And I was kind of like, you're bluffing. But he still says that, like, he is coming to Finland to be here
Well,
with
I
me
would see
as
it as
long
an
as needed.
adventure.
Yeah.
So they would be an adventure. I mean, going, especially for people who've never.
Oh no, that happened to the internet.
See, I don't know what happened, guys. Are you still there?
Yeah, the old, yeah, now we have two.
There we
Okay,
go.
now the other one is gone.
No idea what happened, guys.
Oh no.
It
I
just
thought
went
it was
out
my
and
internet.
they went out, and I'm like, oh shit! It's good thing I didn't. You guys couldn't hear what I was saying. So there, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oh my goodness, I don't know what the hell that was. Sorry, all about this. Sorry, sorry, sorry. So no, I think it's great. So that he's willing to relocate and hang out with you until your family can
Yeah.
take care of things on their own,
Yeah.
and then you guys can just go from there. Who knows? Maybe you'll just stay in Finland. Is that what you'd like to do, or you'd like to
Well,
travel, or
when it comes to paranormal, uh, like obviously Finland is haunted. There's so many amazing haunted locations here. It's just not the same as in America. You don't get in these locations that easily. It's not as acceptable yet. So we have a lot more. We have all of our friends and colleagues, like everyone we work with are in America pretty much. And like Midwest, there's all the events and like all the paranormal cons and stuff like that. So
right?
um yeah, there's so many reasons why we should live in America. But there are so many things that I love about Finland, so it kind of feels awful to leave. I'm like, no, why would I leave? Finland is great.
Citizenship, just back and forth. Lots of people do that.
Yeah, I mean, my plan, I hopefully we'll be like uh rich enough to have two places, one in Finland and one in America, so we can go back and forth as a
So
family. I want
that's
my
the
children to
dream.
grow like multicultural, so I want my children to speak Finnish and English.
It's great. Yes, that is great.
Yeah.
It was a Sky Talker. Look out, Laura, the Grim Reaper. Yeah, he's hanging out behind me, sticking that thing right in the back of my head.
Grim Reaper.
Uh, and yeah, that's well, because I just started doing the green screen thing because my studio is in my workshop, and I always tell everybody you don't want to see power tools and all that stuff back there. So I had to figure out a way to cover it up. So there you go. It's the Grim Reaper. Oh, geez. As long as, yeah, who know? I have no idea what the hell happened. We got a glitch, and thank goodness I didn't lose everybody. Okay, let's now everybody knows that you have, hauntingly beautiful adventures. How about you tell us about your other channel?
Okay, so my other channel is called Hellbent with one L. So it's kind of like for my name, Helena Benton, so Hellbent. So it's about true crime and everything dark and mysterious. And I'm currently working on a series. It's going to be a live series, live show, where we talk about very like new, like missing people missing people cases. So people who have gone missing recently. So talk about them, spreading awareness. Maybe it's from your state. Keep your eyes open and help, these missing people to be reunited with their families. You know, even the smallest little hint, if you saw something, maybe that could help. So yeah, talking about them and also about older missing people cases that are still unsolved. We're going to talk about those too, but it's mainly like the new ones. So that's like the new series I have planned. And I will go live twice a week. And yeah, basically, we
Now,
just talk about everything we know about the missing and where they've been last seen and stuff like that.
hi, Julie. What attracted you to do this extra channel? I mean, is that something that you've always been interested in? Is the mystery
Yeah,
behind these missing case people? And
so true crime has always been, I think it was even before paranormal. I just never
okay,
pictured myself doing the content myself. Um, but yeah, I talk about serial killers, other criminals, and there's like so many video ideas I have for the channel. It's not only the missing people, but the missing people, it's like a new idea I had because I follow missing people in America Facebook group,
right?
and there is so many missing people posters posted every single day. There are children, there is also adults, men, women, old people. It's sad to see like how many people just go missing, and sometimes they are found safe, like they're fine.
Yes,
And that's so amazing because they update always the posters found safe, or sometimes they're found deceased and then they update the posters gone but not forgotten. And I don't know, just seeing like the power of internet, like seeing the comment section, people being like, okay, I got this, wait, doing my little research, and like
right.
a lot of hello, hi Kulta, he's my boy.
Kitty visitor,
Hi.
cuteness alert.
Hi, Betty.
At least
Mwah.
you could pick your cat up.
Yeah.
My two
So
cats are so tubby I can't even pick them up. They need Kitty Craig.
oh no. Oh no, no, her my mouth. Excuse me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so a lot of people, they have like their help has been like very big part of this missing people to be found. So that's something I was thinking like, wait, that would be amazing to talk about this like on live streams, because you never know, and spreading awareness, people like, hey, that's my state, I'm gonna keep my eyes open. So yeah, I kind of like want to do something and talk about it, and because there's a lot of like people don't even know, like, wow,
Right. Oh yeah, there's a
how
lot
many
of it that
people.
nobody knows. So that's a great forum there to bring awareness to all of that. Did you are you just sharing the stories? Are you actually doing research and trying to figure out the mystery to the story?
um yeah, I am going to do like research and kind of like also trying to find as much as I can. So also like, um obviously I don't think I'm gonna be able to solve anything.
Oh, you
But
never know.
I mean, yeah. So I'm going to do research and try to figure out as much as I can, and then obviously my audience will help me if they want to, and spread the awareness, share the stream out, and be like, hey, you know, there's missing people right now, and yeah, especially children. Like those are like very um
Your husband's being
bad.
smarty pants. She's
Oh my
training
god.
herself to get away with murder, everyone. I know that's what my husband used to say too, because I watched a lot of that stuff as well.
Well,
It's just very interesting.
yeah, I like true crime. I really do. And it kind of walks hand in hand with paranormal.
It's all right. So you figure that, yeah, they're pretty much similar.
Yeah, like
As
it's like both like true crime, it's usually about murderers, and talking to spirits is talking to dead people. So, you know, it's kind of both topics are surrounded by death.
right,
So, it's so weird that because I'm not like a dark person, but I like these dark topics. So it's very interesting, like how watching true crime documentaries calms me down at
right.
night when I can't sleep. I just watch a true crime documentary and I can go to bed now.
It's,
Oh my god, I sound like a serial killer.
well, no, I mean, it pretty much, well, I think it occupies your mind. So that brings you to a relaxed state. So that's all right. And please, there's
Yeah.
people out there that watch a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still have
jeez.
cat hair on my lips.
Yeah. Just spit it all out. Okay, so they it's I want to think about the cat here. So it's Helena lights up. Oh, your husband says you light.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, nice. Don't make her cry on the show. So
Making me blush.
he should be home soon, correct?
Um, he has still a little bit left, and because he's going to hiking again somewhere in the desert. I think I don't even know what's
Oh
the plan.
boy, that's
So
not fun.
it's not fun. It's makes it harder for us to, stay in contact and talk to each other.
Right. But
Yeah.
at least you get the opportunity to speak at least every day, I hope.
Not every day necessarily. It really depends.
He says not
Yeah.
until September 10th.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard when you're apart, but it makes it all the better when you get back together.
Yeah.
Military stuff goes overhead. So it's rough. It really is. And I always feel sorry for somebody that's got to deal with that, but it's just
Oh
part of
my
the
gosh, I
lifestyle.
just realized Parasolo's comment.
Well, they've had their own little fresh thing going on here
She
in
could
the
have you
comments.
stuffed and use you as a trigger object. I'm sorry, that was funny.
I missed that one. I just caught that one.
You see my coffee mug?
Oh my God. Fake tears. Is that what that, a faker tears?
Faker tears. This is a Crow of Judas merch.
Oh, geez.
Oh my
Geez,
god.
I don't have
Faker
one of those.
tears. I actually won this from a giveaway.
Oh, it's nice. So you lucked out.
Yeah.
So now that seeing that you're there and Matt's away, you're spending the majority of your time editing, or are you getting a chance to go out and investigate as well?
Um, not right now. I went through like a very stressful time in my life, and I had to move and everything. So I haven't been editing in a while. I haven't really done anything other than just trying to, survive. All my energy has gone to surviving. So, editing is something that I normally use my time for. So I edit hours and hours and hours in a one day. So I'm kind of waiting for that. How you call that? Little spark to come back. That I want to edit. I haven't
So
got that
you
yet.
feel like you're burned out, just
I am
because it
burned
does burn
out.
a person out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel bad, and I feel like there's also pressure. Because people are waiting. I had two channels, and it's like, when do you have new true crime documentary coming out? When do you have new paranormal investigation coming out? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm
Hey.
working on it. I'm working on it, and that's why I have these live shows. In the meantime, because I can't really edit right now. I can't get into the mindset, but I will have live streams on both
Right.
channels, and I will have a lot more live streams on the Hellbent, the true crime channel. So,
Be great.
get the watch hours and just talk about true crime stuff. So yeah, come hang out. And if you
Fantastic. You
enjoy
guys
live
need to check
streams,
it all out. Michael's been posting your links so that we can find your channels. Welcome, Jonathan. Glad to see you. As far as excuse what I was going to ask you. A lot of things have been going on in the community. As far drama-based crap that's been going on.
ooh, I
Have
stay
you
away
noticed?
from the
Yeah,
drama.
I do too. I try to the best of my abilities because I really don't like any of it. But I would like to know if you have noticed any changes in our community, uh, good or bad. Have you ever noticed things that have changed over the last few months?
I have. I feel like it's become more toxic. I'm not saying everyone is toxic. I'm saying there's toxicity in the community. I'm not naming people. But I feel like it's just gone too far. Like I understand like debunking. It's very important to debunk fakers and expose them like, hey, this person is fake, they're faking, they're making paranormal look bad. But then there are people who are just bullying people, and it's just bullying it. It's not even debunking anymore. It's just attacking someone because, oh well, they're like YouTubers, so I don't like their content, so I'm just gonna debunk them. It's like that's not like, do you have proof they're faking? You
Right.
don't? Then don't say anything, you know? It's kind of like, I feel like it's just because it's a trend. I feel like that sells now in YouTube. Like paranormal investigations don't really sell anymore, but debunking does, and drama sells.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of people who don't know anything about debunking are trying to like get into the community, and then they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Lurking again from
Yeah.
work. That's okay, Jonathan. But do you feel that it's not just from the outside coming in. Do you feel there's been a change within the community itself? The people
Yeah.
that are already in it.
I don't know. Like there's so because I've been kind of like stepping back myself, so I don't really know. Like I know there's always been fakers, but I feel like there's even more now, and I notice like some of my friends are, getting debunked, and I'm like, wow, like you really can't trust anyone. So I understand this is like there's so much that goes into this, and like I don't really know what to say. I've been kind of like stepping back. Um, so, but everything has changed for sure. It's not as lighthearted anymore. I feel like it's
Yes, I
drama. There's so
am.
much
Hi,
drama.
Karen. Yes,
Yes,
there is. I think it's too much. And
too
I
much
agree with you,
drama.
Matt. I miss the old days where your husband says he misses the old YouTube because people come in here and we're looking for uh, the investigations, the education, the experience. And I agree with you. The drama has taken over.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm hoping
The
that
drama
it'll
gets the
all,
views, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, like that's the wrong reason. If you just do this for the views, why are you even doing this? Like,
right.
I don't know. Yeah,
Uh,
it's kind of pushing me away a little bit. I'm not saying the whole community is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just there's a lot going on right now, and my energy, I don't have like enough to kind of like handle with like extra stress. So I'm just staying in the
right.
sidelines.
Stay away from, but just, yeah, you watch. Well, I've been watching, and yes, hi, Karen, welcome. Uh, yeah, I think there's been so many changes, and it hasn't been for the good. And hopefully it'll all get cleared up and we can get back to business, guys. I mean, this is we're all about the paranormal, the investigations. and all of this. And the drama stuff just needs to go away. I mean, there's always going to be
Yeah.
drama. There always
Oh,
is.
yeah.
But I think we just need to, even if we're going to have to start, speaking out and saying, listen, we've had enough. If that's what you're here for, then join a different community, because that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
And I just think that, maybe some of us really need to start speaking up and say we were done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's Matt's got to say? Matt's got to say, I feel like everything changed when Omar Gosh and Sam and Colby came into this. Yeah, it probably did. Because like you said, they're good at faking. They're entertaining. They're getting that younger audience. And I do think that it has just snowballed into what we're dealing with now. The craziness with the Conjuring House and all these other people. And it's, I get the tidbits here and there, and and I try to stay neutral because that's my job, to stay neutral. But I also, I'm very disappointed in the direction that some people in the community are taking, and it's affects everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a community; it's affecting all of us.
Yeah.
And also, just let you guys know that Helena is also going to be featured in my September edition of the Paranormal Pages. So make sure you guys check out her story in that as well. That's what I was hoping, that doing that would help bring us all together. So because we're doing it as a community. So yeah. And guys got going on here. Phil says they force people to move the bar or get left behind. But do you really want that kind of an audience? If you've got to be drama based and all of that crap, I'll be left behind, Don.
Yeah.
It's and here we got, in some communities it's getting worse, even to the point it's becoming really like threats and harm. Yes, see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
Getting like way out of hand. Way out of hand.
Why? We're all supposed to be adults here. If you can't take a little criticism and a little cheekiness, then why are you even bothering being in the community then? Everybody's going to get nailed. We all get nailed. It's just part of the deal. But it's gotten to the point where it's crazy. It's just crazy. Matt says Omar fakes, but I haven't seen a definite evidence of Sam and Colby yet. They overhype though, which is fine. I'm just seeing it's moving while I'm trying to read. Seeing a lot of copycats. Yes, because that's what's selling. You're right. And that's what is selling.
I don't think Sam and Colby fakes. I haven't seen any like hard evidence that they fake, but they definitely they don't know what they're doing, and oftentimes they think everything is paranormal, that what happens. They don't really debunk. I've seen them like try to debunk a couple things a couple times. I'm like, okay, good for you. But yeah, I haven't seen like actual evidence that Sam and Colby fakes. I want to see that, because a lot of people say they're fake. Show me the proof. I know they're loud, they're kids, they don't know what they're doing, and they do mistakes.
And that's what
but are they
is.
actually faking?
Right. You got to prove it. Jeff is saying at Paris Solo, I stumbled into some vile lives lately by paranormal channels. I could believe it. Death threat. Oh my God. Legal stuff. It was worse. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's getting to the point where people are threatening other people. I mean, what is this?
It's insane.
So I don't know. I just don't know. And then if you say anything, or you're trying to get your opinion out there, then they're just going to jump all over you as well. So, whatever, jump away, guys. I just think the whole thing's a bunch of crap. People need to grow up, and let's get back to business. We're here to take care of, investigations and education and have fun doing it too. And I don't want to leave
Yeah.
out the fun. Nobody does.
Exactly. And everyone, we're still learning. Nobody is a professional.
There you
That's
go.
like some people that, oh, I'm a professional paranormal investigator. No, you're not. Nobody is. Like, yeah, maybe you have years of experience, but like that doesn't make you a professional about like no.
Exactly.
Even you don't know everything. Nobody does.
Nobody
It's still wide
does.
open, And we're here learning together. Yes, there are people who are doing it the wrong ways and they're faking, but us who have the different methods of finding the truth, just can't we just get along? Like we don't have to fight and be like, what is the right way of doing it things? You know? Just we're in this together. Let's just
Exactly.
have
That's what it's
fun.
supposed to be about. And
Yeah.
Faith, you're right. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and that's the truth.
Right? Exactly. That is the truth.
And yes, that's and Janelle, she feels like that we could communicate, like civil human beings, and it's great, and and have different ideas, and not anybody is offended by it. But it's gotten to the point where people are being offended by just the most ridiculous stuff. And then they're not talking to each other. And then they start turning nasty. And that's not community. That's just ridiculous. And your husband's commenting on what you said. I think you mean no experts, babe. There are professionals. If they're getting paid to do it, is their job. You're right. You're right. There are no experts.
Yeah,
How can you be an
experts.
expert in something that hasn't been proven?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So yes, you are
That's what I
100%
meant.
right. Yeah, and I always say that too. There are no experts until somebody has solid proof. We're all in the same boat. We're all still just learning and enjoying the big experiment as we go.
Yeah,
That's all we can do.
and I want people also like to take criticism as a way to learn and not get offended. And
Right.
also people who are giving the criticism, I want them to say it in a way that they're not attacking, but they're educating you. So it's both ways, because we could be civil about it.
Right.
So if you are expert and know all, nobody is, but teach
Oh,
us
welcome,
if you don't
David.
know any better.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's all a learning experience for all of us. It's all an experiment and a learning experience. You could be a professional or an expert in your own experience. I've always said that. You're an expert in your own experience. But as far as the paranormal, we're not experts because it's all just a learning process. And so if I'm an expert on anything, it's a general announcement. Everybody, let's see. Skies, I guess my peeve is that they don't consider kids or teenagers important. They not spend. Oh, here, let's try over here. Not spread mental illness with calculation and deception for money, of course. Yeah, well, yes, that's what it is. It's all money driven. And you're right, Matt. Too many people are offended. And nobody's out to hurt anybody's feelings. But truth is truth. And if you're offended by the truth, then you're in the wrong area. Because we are all looking for truth. We're not going to, make up something just to make you feel better.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line there. And Phil says the bigger channels already making their money without seriousness. I don't think they will attempt anything beyond. Yeah, well, and I've noticed changes in the big channels as well. Now they're noticing that. Go ahead.
A lot of them are like quitting, like
and moving on to something else.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, because we both had the same thing on our minds. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're switching gears, so maybe that's when it'll start to calm down, and we'll see. Who knows? You just don't know. Does anybody have any questions for Helena? Put those questions out there so she can answer. Be nice, no fresh. The hubby's watching.
He's a Marine, guys, so be
That's right.
careful.
He's a Marine.
I'm kidding. No, you can
Don't mess
ask
with.
me anything. I'm an open book.
And then Sky says, I'm afraid that I'm a hater after all. I hate all the bullies, the cowards, and the liars. Exactly. So we're just on the that end of the spectrum, Sky.
Yeah.
Question, and we have it from Philip. And Mr. Philip says, what is Helena's favorite pudding? LOL.
Chocolate.
Ooh, chocolate. She's a chocolate girl.
Yes. There's a long period of long time. I can't English right now. Like I didn't like chocolate or anything sweet at all. Like even the thought of it made me want to throw up. But older I got, now I'm just like obsessed with chocolate, and I'm just like,
See,
I could eat so
gotta
much
have it.
chocolate.
Yeah, see, your palate changes as you get older. Things that you
Yeah,
couldn't stand as a
weird.
kid, you love now, and it's really funny. Giselle says, "What are you working on next?" Sorry if I already missed the answer.
So what I'm working on next. So, there is going to be paranormal investigations on my Hauntingly Beautiful Adventures channel. There is a video series. Well, like the Mackie Mansion video, that's going to be a bigger production. That's going to be 3 different episodes. It's currently I'm like holding on, like I'm not touching it right now at this moment. There's so much going on in my life right now, so there's no like paranormal investigations coming anytime soon. Maybe within a month, I'd say, month-ish, but I can't like say exact date. But I am more active on my second channel, which is for true crime and mysteries, called Hellbent. So there I'm going to go live weekly, twice a week, and mainly talk about missing people cases. And yeah, that's like a
Michael
quick
wants.
recap of what I already said.
Oh,
I
right, right.
understand. Like,
Michael wants to
not everyone
know.
was been here. So.
Mike wants to know, where would you like to investigate and why?
Oh, there's so many places I want to investigate. I would really love to investigate like asylums and hospitals. I always only been in like uh Randolph County Infirmary, but I want to investigate something similar for sure. And also like house investigations, like just a regular house where the hauntings, family lives there or whatever, like normal people. For some reason, those has always interest me a lot. So I want to do something like
Nice.
that. And obviously, if I want to like travel, like to Asia, for example, Suicide Forest is one I really want to go to see. And some islands. There's some haunted islands out there I really want to check out.
Very interesting. Okay, we have a question from Devil's Hours Production. How could you be with Matt? He's a loser.
Well, you're about that. He is a loser. He
Okay,
is the
Wayne
most
has.
amazing
I know
person.
your husband's something else. Wayne says, "Is there any investigations that you regret going to?" Welcome, Ian.
Regret. I don't think I regret any investigations. Any investigations you regret going to? No, I don't regret any of the investigations. Like, maybe I regret who I went to, but that's a whole nother thing. But I don't like regret the investigations themselves. And even though it was a quiet night, nothing happened, it was still an experience. And even the scary ones that I wanted to poop my pants, even the ones I really liked, maybe even more than the quiet ones. So, no.
So yeah, that adrenaline just made you all the more excited to being there.
Yeah, the adrenaline, because like I don't get so scared anymore that I used to. So when I get scared, I'm like, whoa, yes, awesome. I love feeling like this, like getting handcuffed. Like I got handcuffed now twice on a location. So I want to like kind of take it a step forward and maybe be handcuffed like completely, both hands, or be blindfolded. Like I want to like just keep pushing my limits.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you attempted the Estes method, and what do you think of it?
Oh yeah, Estes. I really like Estes method. That's also one thing that people are kind of like, they either like it or they don't like it. I enjoy doing Estes method. For me, it's more difficult um, to hear words that come through, especially like understand them right away. Obviously, I know English, I understand English, but sometimes when the words come like that quickly and I need to react right away, it could take me a little bit time. So yeah, I'm still kind of like nervous going under as this, but I
Right.
really like doing it and seeing other people do it too.
Nice. So that sound just doesn't drive you insane. I know a lot of
Not
people say, "Oh,
really.
it's relaxing." I don't think it would
It
drive me
is
nuts.
relaxing. I fall asleep. I'm just like I start going like down. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that's great. Jeez. Let's see. Okay. Sky says, "How?" Your question is how to convince Matt he is in fact the one and only winner of your fair hand and the rest of you in marriage. Aw,
Oh, so sweet.
nice.
That's a heart.
Let's. There, she's got the heart going on, guys. Let's see. Any other questions, guys, for Helena? Come on, let's test her knowledge. There it is, the little spud that she's got going on there.
That's
I forget.
starchy.
Starchy, that's it. I was going to say tater tot. I don't know why.
Tater tot. So starchy is a haunted potato. So people from my channel know who starchy is. Others might be kind of like, what? It's a haunted potato. Get over it. We work with
That's
potatoes
all.
on my channel. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
And I know that's what the name was, but I don't know why tater tot came to mind. I have no idea.
Tater tot. I love it. That's his
Oh,
new
tater tot is
nickname.
Starchy's son. Okay. That's what it was. That's where it came from. These guys are great.
Oh my gosh, Starchy has a son?
Yeah, apparently tater tot. Now Giselle says she needs a haunted potato. Everyone should have a haunted potato. Why not?
Yes. Why not? He's haunted potato and he's also baked potato because we
He's
forgot him.
baked.
We forgot him in a car, and it was hot summer day. The car was like a sauna. So yeah, we forgot our potato son in a car, and now he's baked potato.
He's Starchy's baked, guys. Cheapers. Okay, you can take it the way you want. Okay, Wayne's got a question for both of you. Have you ever investigated an airport? Ooh, awesome question.
I had never even thought about that.
No, I have never investigated an
No,
airport, but
never.
that would be pretty good.
Oh my god, I never thought about that.
Hey,
That's a
Karen.
good
Hello,
idea.
hello.
I just don't know how would you do that? Like,
Good. That's another good question. How would you do that? I mean, it would have to be like
I don't. Yeah.
really, really like in late hours, maybe when it's at the lowest point of activity as far as people.
Hmm. I don't know what the airport staff would think about it. What are
Oh,
you doing?
and then it's the thing you have to deal with security. Yes, I don't think that they would even allow that
Yeah.
unless you could
Unless it's
find like
like,
an old
oh,
abandoned one.
yeah. I never
See,
like even known like there, of course there has to be. Like America, for example, is a big country. You have to have like abandoned airports somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, see, David said, oh, pardon me, said the same thing. That would have to be an abandoned airport somewhere. Yeah, because I
That
don't
would be
think
so cool.
because of security reasons, they wouldn't let you do it.
Hmm.
Karen wants to know Devil's Hours production. When are you heading over here again? Next year? Yes. I guess it's an invitation for you guys to go to Australia.
Oh yeah, Matt is going to Australia. Actually, he's gonna deploy
Oh,
next year. So my plan is to go visit him in Australia. I don't know exactly where. Was it in Sydney or somewhere else? But
he said during April. He's going during April.
yeah, and he stays about 6 months.
So, gee, maybe that would be a great. You guys, maybe if he has the time or opportunity.
Oh, I want to investigate in Australia because, of course, I go to a new country. I have to. Every country I go to from this moment, forward, like every country, I need to investigate.
It's something. At
So
least you have the opportunity to do it.
Australia for sure. Yes.
Yeah, David said, yeah, an old abandoned military base, circa World War II, maybe. That would be awesome as well. The thing is, when you get to start, it has to be abandoned and not secure because, the trouble you get into. Oh, just even stepping on the grass on an old military bases.
Wayne said earlier that Heathrow in London is supposed to be haunted. I've been on that airport twice, I think. No, more
Oh,
than that, like 4 times.
so yeah, I actually have a friend that's on their way to London right now as we speak. She gave that trip to her daughter for graduating high school. So they're on their way to London.
Oh, that's so cool.
I said, well, that's going to be an experience.
London, like if you use like the public transport, get ready to be lost because it is so confusing, especially the how they call it tube. So what is it like uh
It's like the
what
subway.
subway, yeah, underground
Okay.
trains. Yeah, it's a maze. I get lost in there, so
Wow.
it's like one of the most complicated ones in world, in my understanding. So
Yes, Karen. Yeah, Karen's going to be in London in a few weeks. Lucky duck. Michael wants to
oh,
know.
that's awesome.
Michael's question is, how does Starchy not have mold? Just kidding.
Just
It's because
kidding.
he's baked.
Starchy. Hey. Oh yeah.
Poor Starchy.
Starchy. Yeah. Are you a moldy potato too? No. Oh my god. He does look like a chicken nugget though.
He d- Don't let him know that. You might hurt his feelings.
I look like a chicken nugget.
Don't want to hurt his feelings.
Sorry, it's Starchy.
Okay, gang. Any more questions? Shoot them out. Shoot them out. Guy lives on ancient burial grounds. Just saying, Karen, Helena, and Matt.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. And it's North South Wales.
Have you investigated there?
That would be amazing.
So Sky said I live about 1,000 kilometers from Sydney. Oh.
Amazing. So yeah, you'd have to. It would be great if a bunch of you could get together and then just collab on one big investigation and see what everybody comes up
Yeah.
with.
Ooh, sounds so much fun. Oh my gosh, there's so many locations and countries and people and everything I want to collab with. I can't wait.
Just not enough time, guys. Not enough time. Wayne says it's easy once you get used to it. Try traveling by buses, always changing routes and changing bus numbers. Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's a lot. Especially in London, it's huge.
And David, I clicked on the wrong one there. David is saying, I just know about cemeteries in Australia, Karen. I have a few friends down under that do cemetery investigations. Yes, that's I think those are also amazing. I was going through some stuff today, actually. Some footage and stuff, the pictures and stuff I took, and I have one picture where there's a deer in the background, and then you see one of the headstones, and there's just a cloud that's formed over the headstone, and that was the only
Wow.
spot that it was doing it. So yeah, that was. I want to go back and snap. So it was in an older section, in a
Oh,
shaded area of the cemetery. So I want to go back and take some more photos of that and see what I come up with.
I love cemeteries. They're beautiful.
They are a lot of history. I think of them as just an outdoor history lesson. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Like very old ones, like old cemeteries and old
Yes.
headstones. They're just so gorgeous. I just want to take photos and yeah.
Do you do that where you are? Do you have a lot of old cemeteries that you could be able to snap some photos and share with everybody?
Um, there are some here where I live, but I think there are like some more like older and more beautiful ones in like uh other cities not so close to me.
Right.
But I need to do like a little road trip here in Finland and go visit these places.
Let us know what it's like to travel around Finland.
Yeah,
Because I
I don't know
know
if people
I'm
are
not the only one.
interested.
I'm not the only one. I'll never be there. So we have to live vicariously through you on your travels in Finland. It would be great. Just film as you go, and we could see a day in
Yeah,
the life of Helena in the wonderful land of Finland.
maybe.
That would be great. So if you got time to do that, why not? Um,
Yeah.
what is on your bucket list as far as investigation goes? Is it of course, it's probably a large list, but what is like the top
Oh my god.
three on your list?
Oh, of course I can't think of anything when someone asks me. Um one I really want to go to is the Haunted Hill House. Um what was it called? Oh no. Like earlier I said there's like these hospitals and asylums like this uh bigger ones.
Oh, it's losing me right now. You guys know
There
what
are
we're
so
talking
many.
about.
There are multiple ones. I'm just trying to think right now. It's 4 in the morning here, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my brain is not braining right now. It's late. Um
Janelle
oh
said
my
she would
god.
watch that if you did that, traveled around Finland and videoed it for us. I think it would make it an interesting adventure.
Yeah. Oh
Waverly,
yes,
is that what
Waverly.
Waverly? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Giselle. We both just
Waverly is
had
one
like
of those.
brain fog.
Yeah. Oh my god, my brain is not braining at this time in the morning. Oh my
Oh,
god.
jeez. Okay, guys, just get out a couple more questions. Poor Helena's exhausted, and I don't want to keep her
Ah,
on
it's
any longer than we have to.
okay.
4 in the morning, I'd be sleeping right now. So I thank you so much for hanging out with us. That's rough.
No, I'm so happy to be here and thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, I enjoyed it
Um
a great deal, and
I
I'm
had
glad
so
that
much
Matt was
fun.
able to join us via chat. Uh,
Yeah,
I look forward to actually having the both of you on at some time, uh, so we could do
definitely.
this all again. When Matt is home and settled. Uh, but yeah, they're setting up trail plans for Matt as we speak for his Australia trip, which is great. See, the connection in the community is awesome.
Yeah.
So
There's
nobody
so many
else.
people I want to work with. There's so many. I want to work with all of you guys, and I always wanted to go and do investigation with a subscriber.
Right,
Especially a
right.
subscriber who has never been in an investigation. Give them the opportunity to go. That's something I always wanted to do. Maybe someday.
Yeah, I think that's
If
great.
somebody's into that, somebody, or everyone's just like, who wants to go with you? I'm kidding.
Well, actually, I'm trying to get just somebody from chat just to hang out and do an interview, because there's a lot of people that are in here that don't have channels or active channels, but they're in the chat all the time. And I'd like to get their view on what we do. And
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah, that
trying
would
to
be interesting.
get
Live
somebody on. But the
Yes,
few
do
people I've
that.
asked so far aren't brave enough. So I just keep working on that one. Uh, so if nobody else has any more questions, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Helena has been great. Matt's been great for joining us via chat. And you have all been great for showing up and hanging out with us. Helena, I wish you luck with everything that you've got coming for the future. We look forward to more and great adventures that you're going to share with us. And we'll see what the future brings. And I look forward to having you on again. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And until we see you next time, thank you for joining us on the Raw Side. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.